It's about 1,000 degrees outside. The humidity is about 110%. I feel like I just stepped into a marsh, so I apologize. I don't know why I'm in my car wasting gas, but I don't feel like filming in my house. Both of my parents are in my house, and I don't know. I don't want them to walk in my room and be like, literally, what the fuck are you doing? Even though they're, honest to God, used to me being a fucking weirdo. This is probably not going to be coherent whatsoever. If this, you know, view gives you a fucking migraine, I tried to do everything I could, but it just wasn't working. So, maybe a lot of you know if you follow me on social media. I never really talked about it on Twitter, but I have talked about it enough for people, I think, that follow me to know something, but not really know the whole story. But I'm 20 years old right now. I just finished my AA at community college. When I was graduating, I didn't get into FSU. I didn't get into any of the universities that weren't like local. Like I got into the universities by my house, and I got into one in Tampa, but none of the ones I wanted to go to, like none of the major universities. When I was in high school, I was really depressed, and I'm not giving an excuse for myself, but elementary school and middle school, I always got an honor roll. I always got A's and B's. I was always in gifted classes my entire life, and when I got to high school, I kind of just did not give a fuck about my grades anymore. It was hard for me to get out of bed, wake up in the morning, let alone study or do my homework or even be able to focus on tests because I was so exhausted and so numb, and so I couldn't concentrate on literally anything. Sophomore year, I went to rehab, so the first 2 years of high school, I had no foundation for like a good GPA. I was horrible at test taking, and I was just in a horrible point in my life. High school was horrible for me. I felt like shit about myself because everyone's going to these amazing universities, they're going out of state, or they're going to great schools in state, or they're getting such great SAT scores, and everyone's getting excited for college, and I was kind of just like, I didn't fucking get in anywhere. Like, I'm worthless. I have no point in living. I had a best friend in high school, which probably a lot of you know. In no way am I dragging her or throwing shade at her or like am trying to come at her in this video. I don't hate her. I don't have any hostility or animosity towards her at all anymore. Like, I'm completely over it. But I mean, it does tie into the story. But like I said, I didn't get into UCF. I went up there. It's 4 hours away from my house. I went up there and I went to a community college called Valencia, which is the UCF community college. They're like 5 minutes away from each other, and all UCF students go there. And I stayed in a UCF apartment complex. She started distancing herself from me, and I could tell that like she was dropping me without verbalizing it. I don't know if you know, but it's really hard to make friends in community college because pretty much people just go there to go to class and you leave. Like, it's not like a community, and it's not really like a campus. It's kind of like you go to class and you fucking leave. She was at a completely different stage in her life than I was. Everyone is in a different mindset regardless of age. We just stopped hanging out with each other. Like, I didn't hang out with her ever alone, ever. And I just felt like a little puppy. Like, I was just tagging along with her and her friends because I didn't have any. And it made me feel like shit about myself. I'm not going to say anything triggering worthy, I don't think. But just in case, if you are sensitive to the topic of suicide, I'm not, you know, giving any gruesome information. I'm not going that too much into it. But just letting you know if you are triggered. I was becoming suicidal. It was like early October. I called my mom, and she told me later on that she heard it in my voice that like something bad was gonna happen, because I called her and I said, I'm scared that I'm gonna do something irreversible and I'm going to do something bad to myself if I don't get the fuck out of this place. I need to come back home. Like, I need to come back home immediately. I can't even wait until tomorrow. I need to go home like now. I have such an amazing mom. You know, I'm so blessed that she would, you know, she spent so much, both my parents, they spent so much money for me to move into this apartment, to go away for school. I mean, they put so much effort into this, and for me to say, like, I need to come home, they dropped everything and did not question it and said, come home. Like, I know a lot of people don't have parents like that, and I'm so blessed. I came home, I wasn't going to school, and I didn't have a job, and I felt like a piece of shit. I just felt like the scum of the earth. You know, I'd go on social media, and first, this is why I fucking hate social media majority of the time, because it's just not real. None of it is accurate. No one's life is that perfect. No one's going to show the horrible points of their life. Like on Twitter, some people are like, oh, I'm so depressed, or like blah blah blah, but no one's really giving you like the details of what their life looks like. You just feel alone, inferior, and fucking stupid. You just feel like shit about yourself. I felt like I took so many steps back. Felt like horrible about myself. Like I still felt like I'm not away at school. Like everyone's living their lives, everyone's growing, everyone's, you know, just getting to do things, and I don't do anything. Like I don't have a life. Like at this age, I feel like I'm supposed to be doing all these things, and I'm just not. The friendships I had in high school, including the ex-best friend that I went to college for, they all moved on from One Direction, and they made me feel very childish and immature for still liking One Direction, and how there was like an age drop off. Like when you turn 18, you go to college, like you can't still like a band. Like you're like, when you're gonna grow out of it? You're supposed to be having a boyfriend and going partying and doing drugs. Like this is what you're supposed to be doing at this age. And that just, I wasn't at that mindset at that time. Society makes you think at 18 you should be ready to do all those things. Like if you're not away at college, then you're kind of like a loser. And I hate that there's this stigma around community college. There are several contributing factors as to why people go to community college. One could be that they didn't get in any university, and that's just not a bad thing. If someone makes you feel like shit because you didn't get into a university, literally go tell them to fuck themselves. You won't be in fucking debt. It's so much more cheaper. You get to, you know, mature and grow at home, and then when you're ready, go off to school. And there's nothing wrong with transferring. Even if you stay at community college for all 4 years and that's the only education you get, or not go to college at all, I feel like it's so hypocritical for women, especially women, to say that they're like feminists and they're all about, you know, female empowerment, but they put down people that don't have a certain standard of education. You're allowed to not go to college. If you feel like school isn't for you, if you feel like that's just not, you know, you won't be successful because you're not passionate about school, then don't fucking go to school. I feel like if you chase what you're passionate about, that's what makes you successful. That's what makes you happy. You know, if you're going to college just because your parents say so, or you feel like you have to because everyone else is, but you know nothing's good's gonna come out of it, you want to do something else, or even if you have no idea what the fuck you want to do yet, don't pressure yourself so much, and don't compare yourself so much to what other people are doing. Trust that the universe has your back. This sounds so corny, but you have to trust that everything happened for a reason. As long as you believe in yourself, as long as you don't depend on anyone else, and you're just confident in who you are, what you're passionate about, everything is going to be okay. This was meant to happen. I was meant to go there, so later on in life I don't make this mistake again, and it might be more difficult to get out of. This happened to me because I had to grow from it. I had to realize these things about myself, who I am as a person, who I'm friends with, what kind of friendships I need. You just can't force yourself to be someone you're not. You can't. If you're not ready to do something, then you're not ready to do something, and you shouldn't beat yourself up because you're not ready to do it. Everything's planned. You know that picture that looks cute of someone wearing a cute outfit with cute friends? It was all posed for. It was all just for an aesthetic. It was all for social media. And that's just not real. None of it is real. What's real is this. Me telling you my life sucked at a point. It kind of sucks right now, but you know, like I said, it's not linear. I'm kind of trying to push myself to where I want to be. I'm trusting myself, and I can't put so much pressure on myself. I put so much fucking pressure on myself. I'm so hard to please. I'm such a perfectionist that I feel like if I do one thing wrong, my life is ending. I should just die off. I can't do anything right. I suck. I'm a disappointment. You know, all that stupid ass shit that goes through your head. I hope if you're watching this that doesn't happen to you, but it does happen to me. It's fucking hard to be a teenager. It's fucking hard to, you know, transition to adulthood. Stop obsessing over this person's life. Stop wanting it so bad. Honestly, it's so important to understand that there's only literally, at least in this fucking dimension, there's only one you in this world. There's only one you. And I think that's the most powerful fucking thing, that people can want to be you, they can copy you, they can, you know, try their best to imitate you, but they never will be. And you have to reach your full potential. You need to be your 100% authentic self to be successful, to love yourself, to be who you want to be, to constantly compare yourself and, you know, desire someone else's life. Nothing good is going to come out of it. You're just wasting energy and you're wasting time, and it sucks to say that. I get it. I'm not trying to lecture you. I'm literally talking about myself because I do this all the fucking time. But I feel like bad things happen in our lives for us to learn from it, for us to grow from it. I feel like I would not be who I am today. I feel like I would not be going to FSU. I would not even be thinking that I could go abroad. I would not have, you know, the GPA that I have that I'm very proud of right now. I would not be where I am in the moment if I did not go through that horrible point in my life, or all the other horrible points in my life. And it's scary because, you know, knowing that I'm going to school and having such a traumatizing experience, you know, it does get kind of scary, and I am nervous, but I'm trying not to obsess over what happened to me and think just because that happened doesn't mean it's gonna happen again. And I'm just a completely different person than I was 2 years ago. I think the difference between being 18 and 20 is fucking massive. It is okay that you're going to college. You are getting an education. And like I said, even if you're not getting an education, you're still a fucking badass. I am telling you right now, if no one's told you today, if no one's told you even before that you're a badass, I'm telling you right fucking now that you are. Me, Tara Maisarwala, was telling you, and that's the fucking truth. I don't lie, bitch. You should see someone that is successful and think, oh my god, like, I want that so bad. I'm gonna work just as hard, and I'm going to get what I want because I deserve to have it. I think the whole thing is just believing that you deserve something. That's really hard for me because I feel like I don't deserve anything. I feel like I deserve the worst of everything, and I can't have that mindset all the time. I can't have it at all. I just need to get rid of that mindset, and I'm working towards it. It's not perfect. I don't feel like there's a finish line that you cross and then in recovery, and then after that you're completely okay, like nothing bad is gonna happen, or you're not gonna have urges or thoughts. That just doesn't happen. That's not realistic. I just hope that this makes you feel less alone. I hope it does at all. If it helps you in any way, if it motivates you, or if you just felt like you wanted me to speak to you as if because we're BFFs, we're talking, even though this is the worst view in the world. This video will be my Chicago vlog, because I really want to vlog Chicago. A lot of people told me they wanted me to vlog. So I'm going to vlog that, but it won't be up until like the end of July. So I wanted to post this before. I've done it before, but I don't want to go like another month without posting anything. So yeah, my next video will be my vlog. And then when I go up to school, I have my own room. I'm in a dorm, but I'm in an apartment and I have my own room. Imagine if I had to make a YouTube video with a roommate, like just staring at me. My last video, you guys were so fucking nice to me. I cannot wrap my mind around it, how nice you guys are to me. But, I always reply to comments. I always reply to anyone that tweets me or anything. But, if you want to see more of my videos, then subscribe. And I love you so much, and I hope you're having a great day. I hope you have a great day tomorrow. I hope this is a good year for you and the next one. And if you're in a transition in your life, I hope the rest goes smoothly. And I'm always here to talk all the time. My DMs are open on Twitter, so I love you.